Good morning students. Welcome to Royal Palace College online competitive classes. So we are discussing the CET or NEET part of the solutions. And let's continue with the next question. The vapor pressure of two pure components A and B forming an ideal solution are 100 and 80 torrs respectively. The total vapor pressure of the solution by mixing 2 moles of A and 3 moles of B is. Let's see what is given to us in the first case. Two components are there, component A and component B. Component A pure vapor pressure P naught A is 100 and component B pure pressure is 80 torrs respectively. They want a total pressure. Okay, what is P total or pressure of solution is how much? Provided they have given the information, number of moles of A in the mixture is 2 and number of moles of B in the mixture is 3. In the mixture is 3. So what will be the total pressure of the solution? Now according to Raoult's law, if you apply ideal condition, then pressure of solution or total pressure must be equal to pure pressure of component A into mole fraction of A plus pure pressure of component B into mole fraction of B. This is the formula. Okay. Now, the same thing here, we are applying here values. Then P total will be equal to, or P of solution will be equal to, what is P naught? 100. 100 into, what is mole fraction of A? Mole fraction of A must be equal to number of moles of A divided by total number of moles. What is number of moles of A? 2. Total number of moles 2 plus 3, 5. That means XA will be 2 by 5. XA will be how much? 2 by 5. Similarly, P naught B is 80 into what is XB? Mole fraction of B. Mole fraction of B formula, number of moles of B by total number of moles. Number of moles of B is 3. What is the total number of moles? 3 plus 2 means 5 again. Okay. Right. Next, here if I cancel out this one, into 2 plus if I do this multiplication 20 plus then 5 table, so this is then it is 16 into 3. So this is 20 into 2, 40 plus 16 into 3. 40 plus 48. The pressure of the solution is 40 plus 48. That means 88. So 88 torrs should be the answer. So where is 88 torrs? Option is C. 88 torrs is the answer. Okay. So first given is pure vapor pressure of A, pure vapor pressure of B, number of moles given. Then they want solution pressure. What is solution pressure can be given as? Solution pressure is equal to mole fraction of A into pure vapor pressure of A plus mole fraction of B into pure vapor pressure of B. That we are substituting and getting the answer 88 torrs. So the answer is C. Next question is, vapor pressure of solution of heptane and octane is given by the equation P solution is equal to 32 plus 63x, where x is a mole fraction of heptane. Vapor pressure of pure heptane will be. Okay. So here the information is given in the form of P solution is equal to 32 plus 63x. This is the information given to us. They are saying that x is what? X is a mole fraction of heptane. Mole fraction of heptane. And vapor pressure of pure heptane they want. Vapor pressure of pure heptane is how much? That is the question. Okay. Now heptane and octane they are taken in the mixture. Okay, heptane and octane means two volatile liquids. Raoult's law applied for two volatile liquids. You know the final equation will be pressure of solution is equal to P02 plus P01 minus P02 into x1. If you remember this equation, for Raoult's law containing two volatile solutes, two volatile components, P solution is equal to P02 plus P1 minus P02 into x1. If you remember this equation, okay. Then what I can write from this equation is, this is comparable now. P02 means you consider it is 32. This value is 63. This is x. Okay. So here x I am taking x1. x1 is what? Mole fraction of heptane. Mole fraction of heptane is x1. Then what will be the partial pure vapor pressure of heptane? It is P01 no? So from the given equation, if I make a comparison, P02 is 32. From this equation, P02 is equal to 32. And I can write this one, P10 minus P20 into x. This is x is nothing but heptane mole fraction is equal to this one, 63x. So x cancel means I can write from here P01 minus P02 is equal to 63, or P01 is equal to 63 plus P02. Then what is P02? 32. That means P01 is equal to 63 plus 32. 63 plus 32. That means it should be 95 torrs or mm. The pressure is given in mm's. So 95 mm of Hg is the answer. 95 mm Hg. So the answer is B, 95 mm of Hg. Next question is, the vapor pressure of the solvent is 60 torr, while that of its dilute solution is 52 torr, then mole fraction of the solvent is. Okay. So vapor pressure of solvent, that is P naught is given as 60 for solvent, 60 for, and that of solution for dilute solution they are saying it is 52 torr. 52 torr. What they want, mole fraction of solvent is how much? Okay. Then according to relative lowering of vapor pressure, we have one formula. P naught minus Ps by P naught is equal to what? Mole fraction of solute, no? Here I am taking it as solvent. P naught minus Ps by P naught is equal to mole fraction of the solute. First let us find out the mole fraction of solute, then we can find the mole fraction of solvent. So what is P naught A 60 minus solution is 50 divided by 60 is equal to mole fraction of B. Okay. So this I can write down 8 by 60. Okay. 8 by 60. Now 8 by 60 means the calculations can be so it comes around, this comes around 0.133. Okay, 8 by 60 comes around 0.133. Now you know that XB is equal to this one, mole fraction of solute is equal to this one. Then what is sum of the mole fractions? Sum of the mole fractions formula is 1. Sum of the mole fractions in solution is unity. So this is 1. So XA you want means what I need to do? 1 minus XB, no? That means XA is equal to 1 minus 0.133 I should do. So what is 1 minus 0.133? Okay. So you do this 1.000. If I take like that, then it is 0.133. Then it is 0 only. Then this is 10, it is 9. This 10, it is 9. Then this will be 7, 6. Okay, 7, 0.7. So the answer will be this number will be 0.867. 0.867. So answer is A. Okay. So first what we have done, pure solvent pressure, solution pressure is given. They ask the mole fraction of solvent. For that we are applying Raoult's law. For lowering of vapor pressure, relative lowering of vapor pressure formula. P naught minus Ps by P naught is equal to mole fraction of solute. From that if you calculate mole fraction of solute you will get 0.133. And mole fraction of solvent is equal to 1 minus solute. So the answer is 0.86. Okay, so option is A. Next, vapor pressure of two liquids X and Y are 80 and 60. The total vapor pressure of the ideal solution obtained by mixing 3 moles of X and 2 moles of Y. First it is given vapor pressure of liquids, P naught of X liquid is 80 and P naught of Y liquid is 60 torrs respectively. They are asking pressure of the solution is how much, provided mole fraction number of moles of X is 3 and number of moles of Y is 2 moles. Now this is similar to again Raoult's law with two volatile liquids. So what will be the PS pressure of solution or total pressure is equal to P naught X into mole fraction of X plus P naught Y into mole fraction of Y. Okay. From this, X is 80. Okay. 80 into what is mole fraction of X? Number of moles of X by total number of moles. Means this is 3 by 2 plus pure vapor pressure of Y is 60 into what is XY number of moles of Y by total number of moles, that means 2 by 5. This is 3 by 5 because number of moles of X by total moles. Number of moles of X is 3, total moles 3 plus 2 5. Here mole fraction of Y means number of moles of Y by total moles 2 by 5. Okay na? Then now if it is like how many times it will go? 25. So this is 16 times. Okay. And this is so this is around this is 12. So 16 is 3 means it is 48 plus it is 24. Now that means this is 48, this is 24, 8, 72 torr. Total pressure is 72 torr. So the answer is 7, option D, 72 torrs. Okay. First pure vapor pressures are given, then number of moles are given. Applying the Raoult's law, total solution pressure is equal to mole fraction of component X into pure vapor pressure of X, pure vapor pressure of Y into mole fraction of Y. Then you calculate it, you will get 72 torrs. Next question is, the vapor pressure of pure components A and B are 200 and 100. Assuming a solution of these components Raoult's law, the mole fraction of component A in vapor phase in equilibrium with solution containing equimoles of A and B. Now they have given vapor pressure of A is, means vapor pressure, pure vapor pressure of A is 200. Okay, and that of B is 100. Okay, B is 100. What they want? The mole fraction of component A in the vapor phase they want. Mole fraction of component A in vapor phase they want. Vapor phase is how much? First, let us calculate the total pressure here. How to calculate total pressure? They are saying that it is containing equal moles. Equal moles. Equal moles means, can I write like this? Partial pressure of A will be equal to mole fraction of A into this one, pure vapor pressure of A into mole fraction of A, and partial pressure of B will be equal to pure vapor pressure of B into mole fraction of B. No? What is XA and XB? They are saying equal moles. Equal moles means sum of the moles will be 1. Sum of the mole fractions is 1. That means equal moles means mole fraction is 0.51. So what will be the partial vapor pressure of the A will be equal to 200 into 0.5. Similarly, what will be the partial pressure of B will be equal to 100 into 0.5 because equal number of moles means mole fraction is 0.5. So this is 100, this is 50, this is 50. So what will be the total pressure of the solution? Total pressure of solution is 150. Okay. Then what will be the mole fraction of A in vapor pressure? Mole fraction of A in vapor phase will be equal to partial pressure of A by total pressure. No? Mole fraction of A in the vapor phase. Vapor phase means partial pressure of A divided by total pressure. Okay. So that is partial pressure of A is 100. 100 you got here divided by total pressure is 150. Okay. So it is what is that? So this you can take 1 times and 5 times. So approximately it comes around approximately 0.06. Okay. 0.06, that is the answer. Next question is, when 0.6 grams of urea is dissolved in 100 grams of water, the water will boil at which temperature? Means what they are asking, TB value they are asking, TB. Now what is the weight of urea? Weight of urea is 0.6 grams. Molecular weight of urea is 60, you know. Okay. And weight of the water is given, 100 grams. Okay. Then Kb also given boiling point. This one endoscopic constant is 0.52. Okay, normal T0 B is given as 100 degrees centigrade. 100 degrees centigrade. Okay, means 373 kelvins. Now this is the information given to us. Now you know that formula delta T is equal to Kf into weight of solute by molecular weight of solute into 1000 by weight of solvent in grams. So what is the delta Tp actually? Okay, delta Tp will solve after. First let us substitute Kb. Kb is given as 0.52 into weight is given 0.6 into 1000 divided by M2 is 60. M2 is 60 into this is 100. This is 100. Okay. Now here you multiply this 0.6 into, or else we will do like this. These two cancel. 10 into 0.6 is how much? 6. 6 by 60 means 1 by 10. 1 by 10 means the answer should be 0.052. The answer should be 0.052. Okay. So delta Tb you got it as elevation in boiling point, you got it as 0.052. Now what is delta Tb formula? Delta Tb formula is Tb minus Tb naught. Okay, right or not? Delta Tb is how much? Tb minus Tb naught. Then what will be the Tb boiling point of solution? Boiling point of solution is equal to 0.052 plus T naught B. What is T naught B? 373 kelvins. So 0.052 plus 373 kelvins. Answer is 373.052 kelvins. Okay. So the answer is C, 373.052 kelvins. Okay. So thank you for now. We'll continue in next class.